you doing, Brian?
Good, how are you? Thank you both for taking the time. Obviously, my first question is, I did watch the screeners of Helstrom. Very well done. You guys really kept to the heart of the character with the changes that are necessary for the non-comic people to understand these characters, especially seeing what his nickname is. But I really have to ask, is this tied into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or is it kind of something separate? I mean, I know a lot of fans, like myself, was trying to find an Easter egg or some kind of reference.
Oh, yeah. There are Easter eggs in the show for sure, but they're more towards that Helstrom universe and that Ghost Rider universe and the sort of the darker sort of part. We are not tied to the MCU. We are not.
Okay.
We are our own separate thing.
Fair enough. I mean, nothing wrong with that. I think it was great.
Yeah, it was freeing, honestly. I mean,
what was it about the character that drew you to this project?
The emotion of it. There's a comic book panel in Marvel Spotlight 13, and it's Damon reading Victoria's journal, and Herb Trimpe, here he is. He's a guy. He's got the pentagram on his chest. He's got the and whatever, and he's got the book in front of him, and there's the voiceover of his mother explaining the story of his heritage, his origin, who his father was, and in the panel, he's crying. And I went, oh wow, like there's something going on here, there is a pain in this person, there is a regret in this person, and if you look at the family dynamic of it all, who his sister is, who his mother is, their relationships with each other, and it's a family story. And it's applicable across the board, no matter how you dress it up, whatever, capes or powers or whatever you add to it. If it's rooted in a relatable emotion and rootable relationships, you have a window into that story. You understand the why of these characters, why they are the way they are, why they behave the way they do, why they're so messed up. And the interesting thing is then, how do they overcome those things? And that's the journey we go on.
It was very well done. Like I said, I truly enjoyed the first 5.
I appreciate it. It goes a little bit crazy in the back 5, so hang on.
Yeah, I'm a comic geek myself, so had to learn a long time ago. These aren't for me, but they are more for a mass audience. So I do appreciate the references that you do throw in there for us comic geeks.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them. I mean, I really did try to stay true to what those things are about those characters that pop, and give nods to the audience. I don't know if you caught, like Anna's butterfly bracelet. Like, comic fans will hopefully go like, oh, the butterfly, I know what that means from the comic books. Like, I am a reader and a longtime fan myself. So I also try to write from a fan's perspective too, to make the fans happy. Because if I can't make the Marvel fans happy at all in this, I feel like I failed,
Understood. June, now you play the character of Louise Hastings.
Yes.
I mean, you are ahead of this hospital where it's, Damon and Anna's mother is, and you just come off. You really come off like a force of nature. I got to tell you, it's
badass.
You really are. It's just like the take no crap attitude that you have, and especially I really had to do some research on the character you play, and it was just like she wasn't around that long, but it's just you just adding so many of your own dimensions to it. It really makes it. It's like I really want to know what's happening with your character. I think it was like either episode 1 or 2. You start some ailments, and I'm like, okay, is this supernatural? Is it?
Sure.
So I'm truly enjoying your performance in this. I think.
Thank you.
That's
really kind of say.
I'm honest. It was just, it's
She's
great.
fun. She's so fun. I mean, she's I love the way she's written to just sort of hold her own with these people who, for all intents and purposes, if they got bored with her, could just,
It's just that's I mean, that's the thing I love. It's just like you're just like your character doesn't care. Just like they're superpowered. You're just like, sit
like,
your butt
not
down.
impressed. Seen it before. Moving on.
Seen it, done it.
Seen
got
it, done
the
it.
T-shirt to burn. It's just
got the receipts. Yeah, I think the way things are balanced in the writing, I think it just kind of calls for that. She's no shrinking violet, and
right.
I don't think she could be to deal with everything that happens in this world.
Right.
She's very much a creature of this. She belongs here.
Right.
No one else could do it.
Yeah.
I don't think you could build her any other way. She's just the writing. I think it's the writing. It's just how she's built.
Yeah. I also like the fact that not everything's out there. Like, there's definitely a sense of mysterium about your character. It's the way, because it's just, you're so calm. The character is just so calm around all this craziness that's going on. It's like, okay, she's seen some stuff in her lifetime.
Oh yeah,
she's seen a lot of crazy stuff in her lifetime, and it's just like, I'm just like, I got to know more. I really got to know more about her. So.
Yeah, I love her. I loved getting to be her. And I think the calm thing that was from Paul. It was just like, she doesn't. I mean, she couldn't be running around like a chicken with her head cut off, but she's also not like a she's not a like gonna go in guns blazing either.
Right.
It's very much, okay, we're gonna think this through. And I love the idea that somebody's superpower is their brain. And their moral center. I love that's her superpower. It's awesome.
I mean, one of the things I also really enjoyed about the cast is, I mean, the writing is very strong, and it's just you guys as a cast you really seem to gel.
We did.
And it's just, the banter is very witty, back and forth, very natural sounding.
An amazing group of people.
I have to give credit where credit is due, to Lorraine Mayfield, our casting director, and Lisa Fields, casting director. We went into this looking for not just terrific talent, but terrific people, because that intangible thing is chemistry. And sometimes you don't know if you've got it until you see it. And when this cast got together, top to bottom, they're such genuinely kind, decent, intelligent, fun people. There was a vibe amongst them that I felt like they gravitated towards each other, and they felt the playful nature of some of what we're doing here. It's not all dark and awful and tragic. Right. And they brought themselves, their personalities, June included, like, into these characters. And that chemistry that you see on screen, I felt like took place off screen as well. I mean, June, you can speak to that more than I can. You were living up there with everybody. But
yeah, it was like going home every day in the good way. You just I'm gonna go hang out with my family for a minute.
Right.
And it just made it was like every day was just like, I'm going home. I'm going to, or no, even better, it was like, I'm going to work. Just an incredible group of people. So generous, amazing, so kind, just happy.
We laughed a lot.
I appreciate you guys taking the time to talk with me. I can't wait to see the rest of the show, and I've enjoyed what I've seen so far. And it's everything from the writing to the acting to even the cinematography in this show is
Yes,
just
please
you
note
do
that. Please,
great.
Bernard Couture on our director of photography is a rock star.
He perfectly set a tone here, and it's just amazing. I'm truly enjoying it, and I really wish you guys a lot of success for it. I know I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to get my readers to watch it too.
Thank you,
Oh,
Brian. Really
thank
appreciate it.
you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Take care.
You too, man. Bye now.